So I was robbed today. Sort of. Not really today. I've been being robbed for the last 2 or 3 years. I just found out about it today. Basically, I got fucked over by the bank is what happened. Have any of you heard of this joke Louis C.K. does where he says, I had $20 in the bank, and apparently it's not enough because then they charge you a fee, and they charge them $15 and they only had 5. They didn't even get to keep the 20 that he had, so then they charged him another 15 and then he had negative $10. I mean, I've heard of that. It's ridiculous sounding. If you don't even have enough money in the bank, they take what little you do have. But I had money in the bank. I have 2 bank accounts, or I had 2 bank accounts. One, which I use most of my direct deposit from work goes into, and I have all my main money there, and I use it all the time. Another one I had just because that's the only bank that we have in this town and in my old hometown where I'm from. So I kind of need it for when I go back there, but I don't really go back there anymore, so I don't really need it. So I just kind of had the money sitting in there, and I'll use it for like Steam, and I have my PayPal connected to it, and all stuff like that. Online purchases, basically, because I didn't have that much money in it, so I don't have to worry about if somebody steals my identity. I'm not going to get that much anyway, right? But I had about $500 in there left over, and I was about to get my Google AdSense payment sent to it because it's made over $100, and then when you get over $100, they can send you your money, right? So I was getting my bank account statement to verify the account for PayPal because they have to send you like a little tiny amount, and you put in that to kind of confirm that it's actually you, right? And I'm seeing all these fees for like $6.95 every month, going back to like 2011. I'm missing like $150. So basically, they got me. I got by the man. So the bank has been bleeding me dry because you have to either put $500 a month into the bank, or you have to have $1,500 in the bank. I mean, I've heard of overdraft fees if you write a check for too much that you don't have, or if you get too low, like the $20 scenario Lucy K's talking about. Not $1,500. You have to have $1,500, or they're going to charge you $7 every month. And if you don't have the online services for your online statements, they charge you like $9 a month. So it's basically set up to screw over people that are poor or don't have jobs. I mean, I do have a job. I just have all my money in this other bank. And my other bank apparently does the same thing, but it's only like $5 a month. I don't know if they have like a $1,500 minimum, but this U.S. bank is fucked. I don't know how they got away with it. I mean, I looked back through my emails all the way to 2011, and I don't see where they even told me they were going to start doing this. They just started doing it. Nobody knows. If you don't check your bank statement every month, they just take whatever they want. So I immediately went down there and closed my account. And I expected them to be like when you change your phone, your cable, your TV, they have like these loyalty specialists, or just people that's just their job to try and talk you off the ledge and keep their service and not switch over to the other company, right? The bank, they didn't give a fuck. They were like, it was less than 3 minutes. They're like, I'm going to close my account. Okay, I need to see your driver's license. And they went over, wrote me a check, bam, I'm out of there. It was that easy. They didn't care. It's like they expect it. I don't know if it's because since the housing bubble, everybody got afraid of banks. Everybody's keeping their money in mattresses now, but I was surprised at their lack of surprise that people want to close their account. I was like, oh, here you go. Get the fuck out of here. We got away with as much as we could, but you caught us in our scam, so get the hell out. Man, I was mad, too. I was afraid I was going to have to fight somebody, and they were going to have to call the police on me. On the way down there, this guy tells me to roll down my window, and he asks for directions, and he had a guy with him with a tiny dog in the passenger seat. I'm pretty sure they were a gay couple. I don't know if there's something about me. Maybe it's the glasses that I look gay-friendly because I am. I don't know how they knew. But that kind of calmed me down a little bit. And now, I've got my PayPal. No, my PayPal. I still got to figure out the PayPal. But so now I've got to figure out how to uncouple this from my Google AdSense payments. Because I put it in as a type of paying thing, but I haven't verified it yet, and I can't verify it now because I closed the account, and I can't get my account statement online anymore because they closed the account. And it seems like they would still let you see your statement up until a point where it was closed. Now I can't even look to see what the little amount of money was that they deposited into the thing, so I can verify it and then delete it. Because right now there's no delete option. I can't delete it until I verify it, or maybe not delete it at all. I don't know. Maybe I just leave it unverified forever and then put in a different payment option for Google AdSense. I don't know. maybe my Google's just fucked forever now. And then PayPal, I gotta uncouple that, and I gotta uncouple my Steam payments from that. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I guess you just can't have banks that you just put a little bit of money in and just leave it there now. It just doesn't work. They'll suck it out of you. You have to have a lot of money and keep a lot of money in there all the time, or they get pissed. I mean, I don't even have an option to have my workplace send me a check. They don't do that anymore. People don't write checks. If you have, what is it? If you don't have online statements, they even charge you because they're mailing you your statements through the mail. An extra $2 a month. So $6.95, it's like $8.95. Not even sure how I would get paid if I didn't have a bank account. I could have bought some good stuff with that $150 they stole from me. Really pisses me off. But main point is, do not use U.S. Bank or banks at all if you can help it, but especially read your statement every month. Because I figured, I'm not using anything, there's money in it, I'm not putting money in, I'm not taking money out, everything should be fine. But no, they do not like that at all. Everybody should know by now that when you put money into the bank, they gamble with it. Basically, they invest money that they don't have. Like if you put in, for every $100 you put in, they assume it's like $1,000 because they're allowed to have only 10% of the money that's actually in the bank on hand at a time. So that extra 90% they just kind of make up out of thin air and it just appears in the computer system. Kind of like if you were to print money, only it's just all in ones and zeros, and they make investments with it because they don't expect everybody to come to the bank at the same time and get all their money out, because then they'll be fucked. I suggest we do that. Let's all go to the banks today and close our accounts and fuck over the banks. I think there's somebody in the Congress right now that's trying to pass a bill where banks can't invest money that's not their own, like from interest that they make from having people put money in. Like they shouldn't be able to invest with depositors' money. That's our money. It's not their money to fuck around with. So somebody's trying to fix the problem right now, but I don't know. It's really messed up.